Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to this evening's Puja and Satsang on Vasanth Panchami. We are going to commence with Puja with preliminaries, Swasti Vachan, Raksha Vidhan and Shanti Patam. You can start off by sprinkling water on yourself and all the puja items while I recite these mantras. Om apavitraha pavitro va sarvavastangatopi va yah smaret pundarikaksham savahyapyantraha shuchihi. Now all the persons who are participating in puja, you are going to sip water from the palm of your right hand 3 times, each person 3 times, and wash 3 times while I chant these mantras. Om. While you sip the water, you must do Hari Smaran. Think of Bhagwan. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om. Wash. Om Hrishikeshaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Madhusudanaya Namaha. I'll give you a few seconds so that everybody has an opportunity to sip the water and wash. You should now put on the kus rings, if you have kus rings, on your right hand ring finger. Om Pavitresto Vaishnavyo Saviturvaha Prasava Utpunamya Chidrena Pavitrena Suryasya Rashmibhi Tasyate Pavitra Pate Pavitra Putasya Yatkamaha Punetachakeyam. Now we are going to apply chandan to your forehead using the thumb of your right hand. After taking some chandan on your thumb, apply to your forehead starting at the top of your nose, moving upwards. Om Chandanam Vandate Nityam Pavitram Papanashanam Apadam Harte Nityam Lakshmir Vasatu Sarvadham. Apply the chandan to all the participants of puja. Now you should light your house lamp or the diya that you have prepared for the puja, your main lamp. Om Bhodhipa Tvam Brahma Rupa Andakara Nivaraka Imam Maya Kritang Pujam Grihastejo Pravardhaya Om Deepaya Namaha. Sprinkle water on the Vedi. Om Prithvi Tvaya Dhrita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Nadhrita Tvanshadharya Man Devi Pavitrang Kuru Chasanam. You may also sprinkle a few flower petals on the Vedi, thinking of Mother Earth, Dharti Mata. We are now ready to recite Swasti Vachan, which is a set of mantras from the Vedas. We are appealing to Bhagwan for many wonderful things and also praising him. You may take flowers and white rice in the palms of your right hand and meditate on Bhagwan while we recite these mantras. Om Swastina Indro Vridashrabaha Swastinaha Pusha Vishwavedaha Swastina Starakshora Rishtanemihi Swastino Vrihaspatir Dadatu Om Payah Pritivyam Paya Oshadishu Payo Divyantarikshe Payodaha Payasvatihi Pradishaha Santu Mahyam Om Vishnoratamasi Vishnoho Snaptresto Vishnoho Surasi Vishnor Dhruvasi Vaishnavam Asi Vishnavetva Om Agnir Devata Bhato Devata Suryo Devata Chandrama Devata Vasavo Devata Rudra Devata Ditya Devata Marato Devata Vishwe Deva Devata Vrihaspatir Devatendro Devata Varano Devata Om Dyaho Shantirantariksha Gung Shantihi Prithivi Shantirapah Shantiroshadayah Shantihi वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ओम विश्वानि देव सवितरदुरितानि परासुव यद्भद्रं तन्न आसु आसु शान्तिर्भवतु. You may offer that onto the Vedi in the thari in front of you. We are now going to do Raksha Vidhan. So you have a copper container with various things that you've been asked to add into it according to the list, together with the red string that you are going to tie on your hands. If you are missing any ingredients, you may simply place the red string on a betel leaf and betel nut, add some flowers, white rice, coin. Alternatively, you should have the items as per your list. Pick up the copper container or the betel leaf and betel nut, hold it in the palm of your right hand, meditate on Bhagwan and pray for his protection over yourself, your family members, your belongings, and for him to protect the universe from evil. Om Ganadipan Namaskritya Namaskritya Pitamaham Vishnum Rudram Sriyan Devim Vande Bhaktya Saraswatim Sthanam Kshetram Namaskritya Dinanatan Nishakaram Dharani Garbha Sambhutam Shashiputram Brihaspatim Detyacharyan Namaskritya Suryaputram Mahagraham Rahum Ketung Namaskritya Yagyarambhe Visheshatah Shakradya Devataha Sarva Namaskritya Munim Satha Gargam Munim Namaskritya Naradam Munim Satamam Vashishtam Munim Shardulam विश्वामित्रं महामुनिं व्यासं कविं नमस्कृत्य सर्वशास्त्र विशारदं विद्यादिका ये मुन्य आचार्यश्च तपोधनाः सर्वे ते मम यज्ञस्य रक्षां कुर्वन्तु विघ्नतः प्राचीं रक्षतु गोविन्द आग्नेयीं गरुडध्वजः यां रक्षतु भाराहो नरसिंहस्तु नैरतीं केशवो वारुणीं रक्षेद् वायवीं मधुसूदनः उदीक्षीं श्रीधरो रक्षेदीशानीं तु गदाधरः ऊर्ध्वं गोवर्धनधरो ह्यजस्ताधरनीधरः एवं दशादिशो रक्षेद वासुदेवो जनार्दनः यज्ञाग्रे रक्षता शंखः पृष्ठे पद्मं ततोत्तमं वामपार्श्वे गदा रक्षे दक्षिणे च सुदर्शनः उपेन्द्र पातु ब्राह्मणम् आचार्यं पातु वामनः च्युत पातु ऋग्वेदं यजुर्वेदं मदोक्षजः कृष्णो रक्षतु सामानि ह्यतर्वं माधवस्तथा उपविष्टाश्च ये विप्रास्ते निरुद्धेन रक्षिताः यजमानं सपत्नीकं पुण्डरीक विलोचनः रक्षाहीनं तु यत्स्थानं तत्सर्वं रक्षतादरिः वेद मंत्रेश्च कर्तव्या रक्षा शुभ्रेश सच्चपेः कृत्वा पौटलीकां पूर्वं बदनिया दक्षिणे करे अथ वेद मंत्राश्च. All of you should now recite the Gayatri mantra in your mind 3 times. ओम गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे प्रियानान्त्वा प्रियापतिगं हवामहे निधिनान्त्वा निधिपतिगं हवामहे वसोममाहं जानि गर्भदमात्मजासि गर्भदम् ओम जातवेदसे सुनभाम सोममरातितो निजदहति वेदः स नः पर्षदति दुर्गानि विश्वानावे वसिन्धुन्दुरितात्यग्निः ओम रक्षोहनं वलगना वैष्णवमिदमहन्तं वलगमुत्किरामि यं मे निष्ठ्यो यम मात्यो निचकानिदमहन्तं वलगमुत्किरामि यम मे समानो यम समानो निचकानिदमहन्तं वलगमुत्किरामि यम मे सबन्धुर्यं सबन्धुर्यो निचकानिदमहन्तं वलगमुत्किरामि यम मे सजातो यम सजातो निचकानोत्कृत्याङ्किरामि. You may place all the contents from your hand onto the Vedi and simply pick up the red string and tie it to the palms, to the wrist of the right hand in respect of males and unmarried girls, and for others on the left hand. Alternatively, follow your family tradition and tie the red string on whichever hand you find appropriate. ओम येन बद्धो बलिराजा दानवेन्द्रो महाबलः तेन त्वामभिबध्नामि रक्षे माचल माचल. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. We'll give you a minute or so to tie the strings before we continue with the next part of the puja. We are now going to do Shanti Patam. So we are praying to Bhagwan using Ved mantras, appealing to him for peace in our lives and peace in the world. To do this, you may take flowers and white rice in the palms of your hand and meditate on Bhagwan, making these appeals while I recite these mantras. Om Ano Bhadrah Kratavo Yanto Vishwato Dabdaso Paritas Udbidah Devano Yata Sadamudbrudaya Sannaprayo Rakshitaro Dive Dive Om Devanam Bhadra Sumati Rajuyatan Devana Gumrati Rabino Nivartatam Devana Gum Sakyam Upasedi Vayan Devana Ayuh Pratiranto Jivase Om Tan Purvayani Vidaho Mahe Vayam Bhagamitram Aditindakshamastridam Arayamanam Varuna Gum Somamashvina Saraswati Nah Subhagamayaskarat Om Tanno Vato Mayu Bhavato Bheshjan Tanmata Prithvi Tatpitadyo Tadgravanah Somasuto Mayu Bhavas Tadashvinashinutan Deshnayuvam Om Tamishanan Jagatastastu Chaspatindriyan Janvamavase Hum Mahevayam Pushano Yatha Ved Samasadvrade Rakshita Payurdabda Swastahe Om Swastina Indro Vridashravaha Swastinah Pusha Vishwavedaha Swastina Starkshorarishtanemihi Swastino Vrihaspatir Dadatu Om Prishadashva Marutah Prishnimatarah Shubham Yavano Vidateshu Jagmayah Agni Jahvamanavah Surachaksaso Vishweno Deva Avasagamanyah Om Bhadrang Karne Bhishinuyam Deva Bhadram Pashemakshbir Jatrah Stire Range Stustavagung Sanstanubir Vishemahi Devahitanyadayu Om Shataminno Sharado Vanti Deva Yatranas Chakra Jarasantano Nam Putraso Yatra Pitaro Bhavanti Mano Madhyahi Kishitayur Gantoho Om Aditir Dhyor Aditir Antariksham Aditir Mata Sapita Saputraha Vishwe Deva Aditihi Panchajana Aditir Jatam Aditir Janitvam Om Richam Bacham Prapadye Manu Yajuhu Prapadye Sama Pranam Prapadye Chaksuhu Shrodram Prapadye Vagaujaha Sahojaho Mahi Pranapano Om Tampakni Viranugacheva Deva Putre Bhratir Virutava Hiranyahi Nakam Gribinanah Spritasya Loke Tritiye Prishte Adirochane Divah Om Ayusham Varchasya Gungrayas Poshamodabidam Idagam Hiranyam Varchasva Jaitraya Vishatadumam Om Yaho Shantir Antariksha Gung Shantihi Prithivi Shantir Apah Shantir Oshadayah Shantihi Vanaspatayah Shantir Vishwe Devah Shantir Brahma Shantihi Sarvagum Shantihi Shantireva Shantihi Sama Shantiredhi Om Yato Yatah Samihase Tatho No Abhayang Kurushanah Kuru Prachabhyo Bhayannah Pashubhyah Om Shantihi Shantihi Sushantir Bhavatu. You may now offer your flowers and rice onto the Vedi. We are now ready to do Sankalp and Ganesh Gori Pujan. And Pandit Rohit Maharaj will be conducting these aspects of the puja.
Hari Om. For the Sankalp, take a betel leaf, betel nut, white rice, flour, coin, and a drop of water in your right hand. Hari Om Tat Sat Namah Paramatmane Shri Purana Purushottama Srimad Bhagavato Mahapurushasya Vishnu Ragya Pravartamana Syadhya Shri Brahmane Dvitiye Praharade Shri Shvetah Varaha Kalpe Kali Yuge Kali Pratham Charane Dakshin Africa Khande KwaZulu Natal Prante, the suburb you are staying in, Nagare, Amuk Sthane, your address, Magh Mase, Shukla Pakshe, Panchamyam Titho, Shani Vasare, Amuk Gotrotpanna, your name, Amuk Namani, Ganesh Gori Pujan, Kalash Pujan, Navgraha Pujan, Shiv Pujan, Saraswati Mata Pujan, Sankship, Lakshmi Narayan Pujan, Havan Karma Aham Karishye. Offer that onto the Vedi. We will now do Ganesh Gauri Pujan. So all your offerings will be done to Ganesh Bhagwan and Gauri Mata. Take flour and rice in your hands. Invite Ganesh Bhagwan and Gauri Mata into your heart, into your mind, into your life. Om He Ramba Twame He Ambika Trayambakatmaja Siddhi Buddhi Patetre Aksha Laksha Labha Pitu Pitaha Naga Sinagahara Tvam Gana Raja Chaturbhuja Bhoshitaha Swayudhai Divyai Pashankusha Parashwadhai Avahyami Pujatham Rakshatancha Mama Krito Ihagatya Grihanatvam Pujan Kratuncha Rakshame ओम एतन्ते देव सवितर यज्ञ प्राहुर्बृहस्पतये ब्रह्मणे तेन यज्ञमव तेन यज्ञपतिं तेन मामव ओम गणपतये नमः ओम मनो ज्योतिर्जुषतामाजयस्य बृहस्पतिर्यज्ञमिमं तनोत्वरिष्टं यज्ञग्वं समिमं दधातु विश्वे देवा स इहम् आदयन्ताम् ओम प्रतिष्ठ इति प्रतिष्ठाप्य without offering the flowers and rice just yet, offer a drop of water from the lota with flowers, Ganga Jal, etc. Chandan. From that lota, offer some water onto the Vedi. Om Gananantveti Prajapati Rishir Yajuchando Ganapati Devata Ganapati Avahane Vinyogaha. We'll continue with the Ganesh Avahan. Om Gananantva Ganapati Gwanghavamahe Priyanantva Priyapati Gwanghavamahe Nidhinantva Nidhipati Gwanghavamahe Vaso Mama Aham Jani Garbhadam Atma Jasi Garbhadam Om Bhurvasva Ganapati Namaha. You may offer that onto the Vedi at the feet of Ganesh Bhagwan. You will take flour and rice again and offer to Gori Mata at the chanting of this mantra. Om Ambe Ambike Ambalike Namaniti Kashchana Sasyashvaka Subhadri Kam Kam Pila Vasinim Om Bhurvasa Ambikaye Namaha. You will offer flowers again. Om Sumukhaya Namastubhyam Ganadipataye Namaha Grihanasanam Ishitvam Vignapunja Nivaraya Iti Asanam Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. You will now offer water twice. Om Uma Putraya Devaya Siddhivandhyaya Te Namaha Padhyam Grihana Devesha Vignaraja Namostute Iti Padhyo Padhyam Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Om Ekadanta Mahakaya Nagayagyo Pavitaka Ganadi Deva Devesha Grihanargyam Namostute Iti Argyam Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Offer Panchamrit. Om Payodadhi Grita Kshaudre Shakarame Shrite Kritam Panchamritam Grihanedam Snanatham Vignabhanjana Iti Panchamritam Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Water. Om Narmada Chandrabhagadi Ganga Sangam Jaya Jale Snapito Simaya Deva Vigna Sangham Nivaraya Iti Snaniya Jalam Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Two pieces of raw cotton, one to symbolize clothing and one to symbolize Yagyopavita. Om Raktambara Dharadisha Pashankusha Dhareshwara Vastra Yugamam Maya Dattam Grihana Parmeshwara Iti Vastre Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Om Surya Koti Samabhasa Nagayagopavitaka Suvarna Mula Rachitam Upavita Grihaname Iti Upavitam Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Offer water. Om Sugandhamishram Titadi Bhutam Paniyam Uttamam Achmanam Grihanatvam Vignaraja Varaprada Iti Achmaniyam Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Chandan or fragrance, offer that. Om Ishaputra Namastubhyam Namo Mushakavahanam Gandham Grihana Devesha Sarvasaukyam Vivardaya Iti Gandham Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Your paste of Abir Kumkum Sindur, offer that. Om Abiram Kumkumam Cheva Sinduram Bhagyavardhanam Nivediyami Te Mata Grihana Parameshwari. Flour, rice and a piece of turf. Om Akshitan Nirmalan Chuddhan Rakta Chandanam Ishritan Grihane Mansura Shreshta Dehime Vimalam Matin Iti Akshitan Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Om Patala Malika Durva Shatapatrani Vignarit Pushpani Grihanatvam Vibuddha Priya Sarvata Iti Pushpani Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. With agarbatti, you will do arti. Om Lambodara Vishalaksha Dhumraketo Namo Namah Dhupam Grihana Devesha Vignapunjam Nivaraya Iti Dhupam Agrapyami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. With your diya, you will now do arti. Om Grita Bhakti Om Gritaktavarti Sanyuktam Vahnina Yotitam Maya Deepam Grihana Devesha Rudra Priya Namostute Iti Pratyaksha Deepam Darshyami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. From your lota, rinse your hands. Hasta Prakshalanam. And offer some prasad. Om Bhalachandra Namastubhyam Vignarin Modaka Priya Nana Vidham Grihanedam Nevedyam Kripaya Prabhu Iti Nevedyam Nivediyami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Now offer some water from Bhagwan's lota. Om Lambodara Ganadisha Gauriputra Namostute Karanan Vishuddhyartham Jalametad Grihaname Iti Jalam Samarpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Offer coin. Om Hiranyam Rajatam Tamram Yatkinchit Upakalpitam Upayanam Grihanedam Siddhi Buddhi Shate Namaha Ityupayanam Arpayami Ganeshambikabhyam Namaha. Now you'll offer water, perfume, rice, turf, and a fruit. Water, perfume, rice, turf, and a fruit. Om Raksha Raksha Ganadhyaksha Raksha Trailokya Rakshaka Bhaktanam Abhayam Kritva Trata Bhava Bhavarnavat Dve Matur Kripa Sindhu Shan Matur Agraja Prabho Varadatvam Param Dehi Vanchitam Vanchitatada Anena Phaladanena Phaladostu Sada Mama Idam Phalam Maya Deva Sapitam Puratastava Tena Me Suphalavaptir Bhave Janmani Janmani. Now take some flowers in your hand. Do namaskar for Ganesh Bhagwan and Gori Mata. Ask for their guidance, blessings, protection, etc. Om Vigneshwaraya Varadaya Surapriyaya Lambodharaya Sakalaya Jagadvitaya Nagananaya Shruti Yagya Vibhushitaya Gauri Sutaya Gananath Namo Namaste Bhaktartinashan Paraya Ganeshwaraya Sarveshwaraya Shubhadaya Sureshwaraya Vidyadharaya Vikataya Chavamanaya Bhakta Prasanna Varadaya Namo Namaste Namaste Brahma Rupaya Vishnu Rupaya Te Namaha Namaste Rudra Rupaya Kari Rupaya Te Namaha विश्वरूप स्वरूपाय नमस्ते ब्रह्मचारिणे भक्त प्रियाय देवाय नमस्तुभ्यं विनायक त्वां विघ्न शत्रुदलनेति च सुंदरेति भक्ति प्रदेति सुख देति फल प्रदेति विद्या प्रदेति गहरेति च ये तुवन्ति तेभ्यो गणेश वरदो भव नित्यमेव लंबोदर नमस्तुभ्यं सततं मोदक प्रिय निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा आवाहनं न जानामि तवार्चनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षमस्वेति गणेश्वर अनया पूजया श्रीमन महागणाधिपति प्रियताम. एक बार बोलो गणेश भगवान गौरी माता की जय. We will now go on to Kalash Varun Puja.
Jai Shri Ram. We are going to continue with Kalash Puja now. You should have preset your Kalash. If you have a coconut on the top of the Kalash, it is fine. If you have a diya, you may light that diya now. Take flowers in your hands, put your hands together. We are going to do Varun Avahan. So you should focus your mind on Bhagwan in his form as the oceans, as water. Om Tatvayami Brahmana Vandamana Sadashase Yajamano Havirbihi Ahidamano Varuneha Bhudiru Shubham Samana Ayu Pramoshi Om Bhurbhosvaha Bhovarun Yagacha Yahatista Om Agacha Agacha Varun Vigna Vidvansa Karaka Mama Karya Vibrityartham Sitin Kuru Jaladipa Om Etanta Deva Savitar Yagyam Vrahur Brihaspati Brahmane Tena Yagyam Avatena Yagya Patinte Namamavam. Offer the flowers onto the coconut or in front of the Kalash. Now offer flowers again as asan, as a seat. Om Pushpasanam Mahadivyam Sarvaranga Viranjitam Jaladipa Grihanatvam Sarvasokyam Vivardayam. Offer water. Om Gangadi Tirtha Sambhutam Sutaptam Jalamuttamam Padyam Grihana Devesha Jaleshaya Namo Namaha. Water again. Om Sutita Jam Jalam Shuddham Gandha Pushpakshateryutam Argyam Grihana Varuna Sarvapati Nivarakam. Panchamrit. Om Payodadi Grita Shodra Sharkara Sambhavam Param Panchamritam Grihanatvam Jaladipa Namostute. Water. Om Ganga Saraswati Krishna Saryu Sambhavam Jalam Nana Sugandha Samisham Snaniyam Svi Kuru Prabho. Chandan Tika, using your ring finger, dot the coconut and the lota. Om Shri Kandham Chandanam Divyam Gandhadiyam Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surashkeshtam Chandanan Pratigrihitam. Sprinkle white rice. Om Shudha Mukta Pala Bestir Akshiteha Shashi Sannibeha Dhyotayami Jaleshatvam Sarva Sampat Karo Bhavam. You may offer flowers on the coconut. Alternatively, if you have prepared a garland, put the garland on or touch the garland if it's already on. Om Malati Mallikadini Pushpani Ritujani Cha Prakalpayami Varuna Sarvabhishta Palapradam. Turn agarbatti clockwise 3 times around the Kalash. Om Chandana Gurush Chandrescha Sanyutam Gugulan Vritam Grita Bhyaktam Grihanatam Dhupam Varuna Sarvataham. Now do Arti with a diya. If you don't have a diya, you may use camphor. Om Sajyam Sadvartika Yuktam Vanina Yoditam Maya Deepam Grihana Varuna Shantim Kuru Dayanide. Hasta Prakshalinam. Wash your hands and now offer some prasad or Nevedya onto the coconut or keep the prasad in front of the Kalash. Om Sharkara Gripta Sammishram Godumam Sadhu Satkitam Pashin Grihana Nevedya Sadasokyam Vivardhayam. Sprinkle water. Om Sushitalam Jalam Shuddham Karpadyasya Shodhanam Grihana Paryaprityaya Jaleshaya Namo Namaha. Offer a pan supari set together with a pinch of camphor, clove, and a coin. If you have elaichi, you may also add that. Om Hemarajat Tamradanyatamam Yanmayaratam Upayanan Jalesha Twangrihana Mama Siddhaye. Now we are going to do Ganga Avahan. You are going to meditate and focus your mind on Ma Ganga, the river Ganges, and pray to her for purity and blessings. To do this, you must take some flowers in your hand and put your hand together. Om Sarve Samudraha Saritas Tirtani Jaladanadaha Ayantu Mama Shantyartam Duritaksha Yakaraham. For that, now take flowers again. We are going to do Devata Avahan. Focus your mind on the Kalash, thinking of Bhagwan in his manifestations as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiv. Om Kalashasya Mukhe Vishnu Kanthe Rudra Samashitaha Mule Tasya Stito Brahma Madhye Matra Granaha Spataha Kukshotu Sagaraha Sapta Sapta Dvipa Vasundara Rigvedota Yajurvedaha Samavedo Yatarvanaha Angesha Sahita Sarve Kalashantu Samashitaha. Om. Offer the flowers. Take flowers again. We put your hands together. We are going to do Kalash Prarthana. Think of all the holy places of pilgrimage and pray that the divinity of those places reaches your home and stays within your home. Om Devadana Vasamvade Matyamane Mahodaddo Utpannosi Tada Kumbha Vidhritu Vishnuna Swayam Tvatoya Sarvatirtani Devaha Sarve Tvahi Stitaha Tvahi Tishtanti Bhutani Tvahi Pranaha Pratishthitaha Shiva Swayam Tumevasi Vishnustvancha Prajapati Aditya Vasavo Rudra Vishwe Devaha Sapetrikaha Tvahi Tishtanti Bhutani Yataha Kama Pala Pradaha Tvatprasadadimam Yagyam Kartumihe Jalodbhava Sanidhyam Kurume Deva Prasanno Bhava Sarvada. Bolye Kalash Varuna Bhagavan ki Jai. We are now ready to do Nograha Puja, and Guruji Pandit Rishi Maharaj will perform that puja.
Hari Om. We are ready to begin with Panchupchar, Surya and Graha Puja. So for this, you will take a betel leaf and betel nut, place it on the Bedi, and use that as a representation of the Grahas. You're going to make all your offerings on that. First, take some flowers and rice and do Dhyan and Avahan. In this puja, we are appealing to the celestial or the heavenly bodies that all their influences on our lives must be positive influences and not negative. So put your palms together with your flowers and rice and do Dhyan. Om Ma Krishnena Rajasa Vartamano Niveshayan Namratam Artayancha Hiranyayena Savitarathena Devo Yati Bhuvanani Pashan. Offer that on the betel leaf. Then I'm going to take the 9 names, and for each name, you're going to put a few grains of rice on that leaf. Om Suryaya Namaha Iha Gacha Iha Tishtaha. Second name, Om Chandraya Namaha Iha Gacheha Tishtaha. Third name, Om Bhaumaya Namaha Iha Gacheha Tishtaha. Om Budhaya Namaha Iha Gacheha Tishtaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha Iha Gacheha Tishtaha. Om Shukraya Namaha Iha Gacheha Tishtaha. Om Shanischaraya Namaha Iha Gacheha Tishtaha. Om Rahave Namaha Iha Gacheha Tishtaha. Om Ketave Namaha Iha Gacheha Tishtaha. Now you're going to make offerings on that betel leaf and betel nut. First, offer some perfume or chandan. If you're offering chandan, use your ring finger. Om idam gandham. Now offer some flower petals. Om imani malyani. Then offer dhoop or agarbatti fragrance. Om idam dhoopam. Thereafter, do arti with the lit lamp or a lit camphor. Om idam deepam. Om sajang cha varti samyuktam vahnina yojitam maya deepam grihana devesha trilokya timirapaha. Now offer some naivedya or fruit or sweetmeat or whatever prasad you have to Surya and Navgraha Devata. Om naivedyam samarpayami. Thereafter, offer Achman water. Om Achmaniyam samarpayami. Then put your palms together and do pratna to Surya and Navgraha Devata. Om Brahma Muraris Tripurantakari Bhanuhu Shashi Bhumi Suto Budhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shani Rahu Ketava Sarve Graha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Mantrihinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Samarchanam Maya Kritancha Yatad Bhokshamadvangraha Devata Anena Pujanena Shri Surya Adi Navgraha Mandala Devataha Priyantam. Bolo Shri Surya Adi Navgraha Devatao ki Jai. Next we will be doing Shiv Puja. Pandit Sajil will do this.
Om Namah Shivaya. Take flowers and rice in the palms of your hand. Put your hands together and meditate on Bhagwan Shiv. Om Dhyaye Nityam Sureyam Yatti Gatti Mattidam Yoga Kadharamekam Madhyam Tadi Prabhavam Nigamajani Jhushan Dhyanadhara Vagamyam Somam Sodharameshan Dharani Suravara Yanchaya Shankaram Tam Bhaktiyudre Kaya Valgam Kalyati Vidusham Yat Kripatam Hishambhum Bandhuka Sanniban Devam Trinetram Chandrashekaram Trishuladharinan Devam Charuhasam Sunirmalam Kapaladharinan Devam Vardabhaya Hastakam Umaya Sahitam Shambhu Dhyayet Someshwaram Sadam Sanandam Ananda Vane Vasantah Manand Kandam Hatapapa Vrindam Varanasi Natham Nath Natham Shri Vishwanatham Sharanam Prapadye. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayubhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha Shivaya Namah. Offer the flowers. Now offer flowers again to Bhagwan Shiv. You can make these offerings in front of the Murti or even on the Shivling. Om Ayahi Bhagavan Shambho Sharvatvam Girijapate Prasanno Bhavadevesha Namastubhyam Hi Sankara. Om Vishweshwara Mahadeva Raja Rajeshwara Priya Asanandivyam Ishana Dasya Ham Tubhyam Ishwaram. Now offer water 3 times. Om Mahadeva Maheshana Mahadeva Paratpara Padyangrihanam Maddattam Parvati Sahiteshwara. Om Trayambakesha Sadachara Jagat Adi Vidayaka Argyangrihan Devesha Sambha Sarvartadayaka. Om Tripurantaka Dinartha Hara Shrikanta Shashwataha Grihanachmanyancha Pavitrodaka Kalpitam. Now offer Panchamrit. Om Maduram Gopaya Punyam Pataputam Puraskitam Snanartan Deva Devesha Grihana Parameshwara. Om Durlabandivi Suswado Dadi Sarva Priyam Param Tushtidam Parvati Nata Snanaya Pratigrihitam. Om Gritam Gavyam Suchi Snigdam Susevyam Pushtidayakam Grihana Girijanata Snanaya Chandrashekara. Om Maduram Mridduhu Mohagnam Swarabhanga Vinashanam Mahadevadumutsistam Tavasnanaya Shankara. Om Tapa Shanti Kari Shira Madhura Swad Sanyuta Snanatam Dev Devesha Shankare Yam Pradiyate. Now offer water. Om Ganga Godavari Reva Payoshini Yamuna Tatha Saraswati Adi Tirthani Snanartam Pratigrihitam. 2 pieces of cotton, one as Vastra and one as Upavit. Om Vastrani Patakulani Vichitrani Navani Cha Mayani Tani Devesha Prasanno Bhava Shankaram. Om Sovarna Radatam Tamram Karpasyasya Tatevacha Upavita Mayadatam Prityartam Pratigrihitam. Using the ring finger of the right hand, apply a tikka to Bhagwan Shankar's forehead. Alternatively, if you are applying it on the Shivling, you can make 3 lines. Om Sarveshwara Jagadvandya Divyasana Samastita Gandangrihan Devesha Chandanan Pratigrihitam. From the agarbatti ashes, using your ring finger, apply a dot to Bhagwan of the ashes. Om Trayayusham Jamdagneha Kashyapyasya Trayayusham Yad Deveshu Trayayusham Tanno Vastu Trayayusham. Now offer white rice. Om Akshatansya Surashreshta Shubhra Dhunasya Nirmala Maya Nivedita Bhaktya Grihana Parameshwaram. Offer flowers. Om Malyadini Sugandhini Malyatyadini Ve Prabhu Mahyarthani Pujatam Pushpani Pratigrihitam. Offer a bay leaf. If you don't have a bay leaf, you may offer flower petals. Om Bilba Patra Suvarnena Trishulakaram Evacha Mayarpitam Mahadeva Bilba Patrang Grihaname Tridalan Tri Gunakaran Trinetrancha Trayayudhan Trijanma Papa Sangharam Bilba Patram Grihaname. Agarbatti, turn in a clockwise direction 3 times. Om Vanaspati Rasotpanno Gandhadyo Gandhottamaha Agreha Sarvadevanan Dhupoyam Pratigrihitam. Now do Arti using a diya or a lit camphor. Om Sajam Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahanina Yojitang Maya Deepangrihana Devesha Trelokya Timirapaham. Hasta Prakshalanam. Wash your hands. Offer prasad. Om Apupani cha Pakwani Manda Kavata Kani cha Payasansu Pannancha Nevedhyam Pratigrihitam. Water. Om Paniyam Shitalam Shuddham Gangeyam Mahadutam Grihana Parvati Nata Tava Pritya Prakalpitam. Pan Supari set. Om Karpuradini Dravyani Sugandhini Maheshwara Grihana Jagatan Nata Karodvartana Hetavem. Offer a fruit. Om Kushmandam Matalingancha Nari Kela Palanicha Grihana Parvati Kanta Somashekara Shankaram. Om Pungipalam Mahadravyam Nagavalli Daderutam Grihana Deva Devesha Drakshadini Sureshwaram Hiranya Garbha Garbhastam Hema Bija Samanvitam Pancharatnamayadatam Griyatam Vrishabhadvajaham. Now do Arti again. Om Agnir Jyotir Avir Jyotir Jyotir Narayano Vivaho Nirajayami Devesham Panchadipe Sureshwaraham. Om Yanikani cha Papani Janmantra Kritani cha Tani Vinashanti Pradakshina Pade Pade. Wash your hands. Take flowers in your open palm in your cupped hands. Put your hands together, hold the flowers and offer it onto the top of the murti or the shivling. Om Hara Vishwakiladhara Niradhara Nirashraya Pushpanjalim Grihanesha Someshwara Namostute. Om Hetave Jagatameva Sansarnava Setave Prabhave Sarva Vidyanam Shambhave Guruve Namaha. Bole Shiva Sankara Bhagwan ki Jai. Jagat Janani Parvati Mata ki Jai. We are now going to perform our Pradhan Puja, our main puja for this evening, which is Puja to Mata Saraswati, and Guruji Pandit Rishi Maharaj will perform that puja.
Take some flowers and rice and do dhyan and avahan for Saraswati Mata while I read this mantra. Om ya kundendu tushar dhavala ya shubhra vastravrita ya veena varadand manditakara ya shweta padmasana ya brahma achyuta shankara prabhritibhir devahe sada vandita samam patu saraswati bhagavati nihishesha jadyapaha ashasurashi bhavadanga Bhasev dasi krita dugdha sindhum mandasmritir nindita sharadendum vande ravindasana sundari tvam sharada sharadam bhoja vadana vadanam bhuje sarvada sarvada smakam sannidhim kriyat vinadhare vipula mangaladana shile bhaktarti nashini virancha harisha pandye kirti prade akhila manoratha de maharhe Vidya Pradayini Saraswati Naomi Nityam Saraswati Mahabhage Vidye Kamala Lochane Vidya Rupe Vishalakshi Vidyan Dehi Namostute Om Sarvaloktasya Janani वीणा पुस्तक धारिणी सर्वदेवमयी मीशा देव्यां मावहयाम्यहम्. Offer that. Then sprinkle some flowers for a seat. Om kundendi varna varnabham mukta mani virajitam amalang kamalam divyang asanam pratigrishyatam. Now offer water first to wash the feet, then arghya, water for sipping, and achman water as well, and then water for bathing. So 4 times. Om Gangadi Tirtha Sambhutam Gandha Pushpadi Bhirjutam Padyandadamyahan Devi Grihana Shunamostute. Arghya Om Ashtagandha Samayuktam Gandha Pushpadi Bhirjutam Arghyam Grihanam Daktan Shardaye Namostute. Now Achman water. Om Sarva Lokasya Shaktir Brahma Vishnu Dibhistute Tadamyachmanantasye Saraswati Manoharam. Snan ke liye pani, water for bathing. Om Mandakinya Samanite Hemam Bhoru Havasite Snanam Kurushva Deveshi Salalaischa Sugandhibhi. Panchamrit Snan, bathing with Panchamrit. Om Panchamrita Samayuktan Chahnavi Salilam Shubham Grihana Vishwa Janani Snanartham Bhakta Vatsale. Fir pani se snan kijiye. Om Ganga Saraswati Reva Payoshni Narmada Jalehe Snapitosi Maya Devi Tatha Shanti Kurushva Me. Clothing, you may offer a piece of raw cotton. Om Divyambara Nutanam Hi Chomam Tvati Manoharam Diyamanam Maya Devi Grihana Jagadambike. Upavastra, upper body clothing, again you may offer a piece of raw cotton. Om Kanchukim Upavastrancha Nana Ratne Samanvitam Grihanatvam Maya Daktang Mangale Jagadishwari. If you have a mixture of sour milk and sugar, offer a little bit of that. Om Kapilandadi Kundendu Dhavalam Madhu Sanyutam Swarnapatra Sitan Chapi Madhu Parkang Grihan Me. Now sprinkle some water. Idam Achmaniyam Samarpayami. If you have any bangles and tikli and other jewelry to offer, you may do so. Om Ratna Kankana Vedurya Mukta Hara Dikanicha Suprasannena Manasa Dattani Swikurushva Bhoho. Now offer Chandan Tika. Om Shri Khanda Garu Karpura Mriganabhi Samanvitam Vilepanam Mahadevi Tubhya Dasyami Bhaktitaha. Offer Abir, Sindur and Kumkum. Om Abirang Kumkuman Cheva Sinduram Bhagyavardhanam Nivedayami Te Mata Grihana Parameshwari. Now Akshat Arpan Kijiye, offer some white rice, a few grains. Om Akshatan Nirmalan Shuddhan Muktam Mani Samanvitam Grihanashu Mahadevi Dehi Me Nirmalan Dhiyam. Offer some flowers. Om Mandari Parijatadhyah Pataloke Tatha Marwa Mogarancheva Grihanashu Namo Namaha. If you have a flower garland, then you may offer that now. Om Padma Shankha Japa Pushpahe Shatapatre Vichitritam Pushpamalam Prayachami Grihanatvam Sureshwari. Offer a piece of durva or turf. Om Vishnavadi Sarva Devanam Priyam Sarva Sushobhanam Kshirasagara Sambhutan Durva Svikuru Sarvada. Then offer agarbatti dhup. Om Vanaspati Rasodbhuto Gandhadyah Gandhuktamaha Agrayah Sarva Devanam Dhupoyam Pratigrishatam. Chirag or Arti now. Om Karpuravarti Sanyuktam Ghita Yuktam Manoharam Tamonashakaran Deepam Grihana Parameshwari. Then rinse your hands with a few drops of water. Om Hasta Prakshalanam. And thereafter offer prasad and naivedya to Devi Mata. Om Naivedyam Grihatan Devi Bhaksha Bhojya Samanvitam Shad Raser Anvitam Divyam Saraswatye Namostute. Now sprinkle some water to Devi Mata. Om Shitalan Nirmalan Toyam Karpurena Suvasitam Achamyatam Idam Devi Prasidatvam Sureshwari. Offer some fruit. Om Falena Falitam Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tasmat Falapradanena Purna Santu Manoratha. Then offer pan supari, set pan supari, long, karpur or paisa, betel leaf, betel nut, clove, a pinch of camphor, a coin, and if you have ilaichi, offer that as well. Om elalam karpura nagapatra bhiryutam pungi falena sanyuktan tambulam pratigrihatam Om hiranya garva garvastham hem bijam vibhavaso ananta punya faladah matah shanti prayachame. Then you will do arti again. Om chakshurdam sarvalokanan timirasya nivaranam artikyam kalpitam bhaktya grihana parameshwari. Sprinkle some water around the arti. Om yani kani cha papani brahma hatya samanita tani tani vinashyanti pradakshina pade pade. Take some flowers and do pratna to Saraswati Mata. Om Saraswati Mahabhage Vidye Kamala Lochane Vidyarupe Vishalakshi Vidyan Dehi Namostute. Bolo Jag Janani Shri Saraswati Mata Ki Jai.
जिसको कहते संगीत वो रूप है ये भगवान का रूप है ये भगवान का मुझको वरदान दे मुझको वरदान दे माता सरस्वती मन के मंदिर में चलती रहे गीत संगीत की आरती हाथ भी जब नहीं हिल सके सांस भी जब नहीं पास हो सांस भी जब नहीं पास हो मौत भी हो सामने खड़ी मुश्किल भी और हर सांस हो मुश्किल भी और हर सांस हो मुझको वरदान दे मुझको वरदान दे माता सरस्वती के मंदिर में चलती रहे गीत संगीत की आरती मन के मंदिर में चलती रहे गीत संगीत की आरती गीत संगीत की आरती या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः वो फूल न अब तक चल पाया जो फूल चढ़ाने हैं तुझ पर वो फूल न अब तक चल पाया जो फूल चढ़ाने हैं तुझ पर मैं तेरा द्वार न ढूंढ सका मैं भटक रहा हूँ डगर डगर वो फूल न अब तक चुन पाया जो फूल चढ़ाने हैं तुझ पर माँ ओ माँ प्यारी माँ मुझ में ही दोष रहा होगा मन तुझको अर्पण कर न सका तू मुझको देख रहा कब से मैं तेरा दर्शन कर न सका हर पल हर दिन चलता रहता संग्राम यही मन के क्या दुख सब भूल मेरी मैं उलझा हूँ इन बातों में। दिन सोया चांदी सोने में सोया मैं, बेशुद्ध रातों में तब ध्यान किया मैंने तेरा। टकराया पग से जब पत्थर, मैं तेरा द्वार न ढूंढ सका मैं। भटक रहा हूँ डगर डगर, वो फूल न अब तक चुन पाया जो फूल चढ़ाने हैं तुझ पर। वो फूल न अब तक चुन पाया जो फूल चढ़ाने हैं तुझ पर। माँ, ओ माँ दुर्गे माँ,
We are now going to do Shri Lakshmi Narayan Puja. So you're going to make your offerings in front of your murti of Lakshmi Narayan. And if you do not have a murti, then place a betel leaf and betel nut there, and you will make your offerings in front of that. Take flowers and do dhyan and avahan. Om Shanta Karam Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanainam Yogi Birdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokekanatham. Om Vishnoratamasi Vishnu Shnaptristo Vishnu Surasi Vishnu Dhruvasi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavitva. Om idam dhyanam avahanam asanam samarpayami. Offer that, and then offer water 4 times. Om idam padyam esho argyam tatha atmaniyanjalam snaniyancha maya daktam grihana parameshwara. Thereafter offer panchamrit. Om snanam panchamritam deva grihana parameshwara natha natha sarvagya girvana pranati priya. Now offer water again. Om Ganga Godavari Reva Saryu Yamuna Tatha Saraswati Adi Tirthani Snanartham Pratikriyatam. Offer 2 pieces of raw cotton, one representing clothing and the other one representing upavit or janeo. Om Veda Sukta Samayukta Yagya Sama Samanvite Sarva Varna Pradedeva Vasasi Pratikriyatam. Om Yagyopavitam Paramam Pavitram Prajapatyat Sahajan Purastat Ayushyamagrayam Pratimuncha Shubram Yagyopavitam Balamastu Tejaha. Using your ring finger, offer a Chandan Tika. Om Shri Khandam Chandanam Divyam Gandhadhyam Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surashreshta Chandanam Pratikriyatam. Thereafter, offer some white rice and til, if you have til as well. Om Akshatanscha Surashreshta Shubradhanasta Nirmala Maya Nivedita Bhaktya Grihana Parameshwara. Offer flowers. Om Mallikadi Sugandhini Malatyadini Ve Prabhu Maya Hritani Pujartham Pushpani Pratigriyatam. And offer tulsi leaves. Om Tulsi Manjiri Bhirya Kuryad Hari Hararchanam Nasa Garbha Griham Yati Mukti Bhago Na Samshayam. Agarbatti fragrance. Dhup Om Vanaspati Rasodbhuto Gandhadyo Gandhuktamah Agriya Sarvadevanan Dhupoyam Pratigriyatam. Then do arti with the lit lamp or camphor. Om Sajjam cha varti samyuktam vahaninayochitam maya Deepam grihana devesha trilokya timirapaha. Rinse your hands with a few drops of water and then offer the prasad. Om hasta prakshalanam. Om ghrita pakvam havishyanam. Payasancha sesharkaram nana vidancha nevedyam vishnu me pratigrishatam. Offer Achman water. Om sarva papa haram divyangangayam nirmalanjalam. Achamyatam maya daktam grihana parameshwara. अब पान सुपारी लौंग कपूर इलायची और पैसा अर्पित कीजिए। ओम पुंगे फलम महद्रव्यं नागबल्ली दलेरितम गृहान देव देवेश द्राक्षादीनि सुरेश्वरः। Do आरती once more. ओम यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पदे पदे। बोलो श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय। Okay, we're going to give you a short discourse. But while I am doing this, before I begin, just a reminder, after the discourse is going to be Havan. So I'm taking it that you all are ready. And if you are not ready for the Havan, you can make all the preparations and be ready so that after the discourse, you can go directly into the Havan. So we all know that today is Vasanth Panchami, the 5th Tithi of the Magh Shukla Paksh month, when Saraswati Puja is especially recommended. We should be doing Saraswati Puja regularly, but on this day, it is especially recommended. So here hum sabko pata hai, we are all aware of this. And this day is celebrated in honor of Mother Saraswati. And we observe the day with puja and vrat, but also by helping young children learn how to write the letters of the alphabet, which means the commencement of their studies. So does this mean that other children and adults don't need to worry about it? No, it certainly does not. It means that all of us should pray to Mother Saraswati that we are successful in our studies, not only the academic studies, but also in our spiritual progress. The word Vasanth means spring. And we know spring is a season of new growth, of fresh and fragrant blossoms, and everything prospering. So the message for us is to make special efforts to acquire and assimilate knowledge, not just acquire it. We must assimilate it. We must make it part of our everyday activities. So we need to apply the scriptural knowledge in our lives. तो हम सभी को ज्ञान प्राप्त करने में प्रयास करना चाहिए. We must make effort. ज्ञान को हमारा जीवन में प्रयोग करना चाहिए. And we must use this knowledge in our lives. Then we will be considered to be wise. और संबंधों के साथ सद्भाव से मेल जोल कर रहना. So we must engage with people in relationships in a sincere and harmonious manner. साथ साथ आध्यात्मिक प्रगति हमारा लक्ष्य होना चाहिए. Together with all of this, spiritual progress must be our goal. So everything that we do, the studies that we engage in, the way we engage with our relationships, all the activities that we engage in, all of that, the objective of all of that must be spiritual progress. So how do we acquire the knowledge that we are speaking about here? इस ज्ञान को हम कैसे प्राप्त करें? In Bhagavad Gita, Arjun asked Sri Krishna numerous questions, and he received the ultimate, the highest knowledge, which assisted him in making the right decisions so that he acted in line with dharma. In the Sri Satyanarayan Katha, the rishis in Nemish Aranya also asked questions to Sudji, who guided them. और राजा सूरत और समाधि वैश्य भी मेधा ऋषि से प्रश्न पूछा. In Durga Saptashati, we had these two persons, Surat and Samadhi, who asked Medha Rishi questions. In the Ramayana, Parvati acquired the highest knowledge from Lord Shiva by asking him questions. So the common theme in all of this is the asking of questions. So if we want to gain knowledge, it is important for us to ask questions. Asking questions shows that we have a thirst for knowledge. We have an eagerness to learn and to apply that learning. So let's understand the eagerness to learn and acquiring knowledge is not because we want to pass some assessment or test or examination. That is not the ultimate goal. The real test is to act on the knowledge that we have acquired. That is what we meant earlier when I said we must assimilate the knowledge. So we must let our actions be directed by the knowledge from our scriptures. So this eagerness to learn, it actually enhances the learning process. It makes the process easier and faster. The greater the eagerness, the greater the quality and the speed of learning. सीखने की उत्सुकता होनी चाहिए. हम सब में ज्ञान की प्यास होना चाहिए. We must all have this thirst for knowledge. But who do we ask these questions to? We must ask those who know. जिनके पास ज्ञान है, उससे पूछो. Who are experts? We must ask them. जैसे श्री कृष्णा, शिव जी, मेधा ऋषि, or those who have the necessary experience and knowledge. जैसे गुरु or Mata Pita, our parents and Guru are also going to be the source of knowledge for us. But over and above all of this, we still have our scriptures to ask the questions to. How do we ask questions of our scriptures? By reading it. And reading it will give us the information to the questions that are hidden in our minds, in our subconscious. Whatever is troubling us and we are not expressing to people, we can, when we read our scriptures, clear up those doubts. So we all know that Saraswati Devi is integral to the acquisition of knowledge and understanding. She is therefore a key part to the observance and celebration of Vasanth Panchami. In the Devi Sukt, many of Devi Saraswati's qualities are mentioned, and I'm going to read one line. Aham eva swayam idam vadami dushtam deve biruta manushubhi yam kamaye tam tamugram krinomi tam brahmanam tam rishim tam sumedham. And this means that I bless the humans to become poets, scholars, intelligent, fluent and persuasive in speaking and writing. So Devi Saraswati, from what we've just read, represents divine knowledge. And we see that when we look at an image of Saraswati Mata. We see that she carries the Vedas in one hand. Two of her hands are holding the Veena, and the fourth hand is holding the Japa Mala. So these are all symbols The Vedas are encouraging us to a life of wisdom. And the Veena says we must live a balanced life in harmony with other beings. तो सारी सृष्टि के साथ सद्भाव में रहे, जीवन को बेसुरा मत बनाओ, बेसुरा मत बनाओ. It must not be, the way we live our life must not cause harm to others. किसी को दुख मत पहुंचाना. So the Veena also shows that Saraswati is the Devi of music, Sangeet ki Devi. So we must let our lives, maaf karna, we must let our lives be harmonious and tuneful. And the Japa Mala is encouraging us to remember Bhagwan in all our activities. And this, having Bhagwan in our focus, leads to a harmonious life. So Saraswati Devi blesses us all with knowledge and intelligence. It is now left to us to use it in such a way that we uphold dharma. She has given us all the ability to remain calm in the face of difficulties and challenges. This calmness and tranquility comes from having divine knowledge. When we have divine knowledge, when we have Bhagwan in our lives, and we acknowledge Bhagwan, then we do not become agitated by challenges and difficulties. Kathinai hamare liye kuch bhi nahi hai. It is nothing. Any difficulties are treated as if it's just one of those things. She also blesses us with modesty, respect, and a nurturing nature to take care of others. And all of these attributes are gentle attributes and qualities of Devi Mata. If she is the epitome of calmness and purity, if she teaches modesty and living in harmony with others, so why is she sometimes shown so heavily armed, carrying weapons? And the reason can be found in the following verse, following mantra from the Durga Saptashati. Ghanta shuhala nishanka musle chakrandhanuhu sayakam hastabde dadating ghananta vila Sachitan Shutulya Prabham Gori Deha Samudbhavan Tri Jagatam Adhar Bhutam Purva Matra Saraswati Manubaje Shumbati Detyardinim. In this, we read that it says, I worship that Saraswati Devi, who has a spear, shul. Shul is a spear. And musal. Musal is a pestle. Maybe the younger people won't know. We used to call this okri and musar, the pistol and mortar. So she's holding this pistol or pestle, if you want to pronounce it correctly, as a weapon. She also has chakra. Chakra is the discus. Or dhanu is bow, and sayakam, bow and arrow. And it says, Shumbhati Detyardinim. Shumbhati Detyardinim means she is the destroyer of Shumb and other Rakshasas, demons. So the reason for her to be so highly armed is contained in that. We also read in the Nila Saraswati Stotra, Ghora Rupe Maharave Sarva Shatru Bhayankari Bhaktebhyo Varde Devi Trahimam Sharanagatam Somya Krodha Dhare Rupe Chandamunde Namostute Srishti Rupe Namastubhyam Trahimam Sharanagatam. So these two couplets mean, O Devi of fierce form and sound. who is frightening to all the enemies, who is frightening not to everybody, to the enemies, and who blesses her devotees. Bhaktebhyo Varade Devi. Which kind of devotees? Trahimam Sharanagatam, who surrendered to you. Sharanagatam. Somya Krodha Dhre Rupe. This Devi who has the form of anger, Krodha, and Somya, and she's also, if I can use the word, placid or maybe calm. She has this calm nature. She is not easily upset. This Devi, who is worshipped by Chanda and Munda, these two Rakshasas, also worship Devi because she subdued them. It says here, my salutations to her, who is the form of creation. Help me, who surrenders to you. So if we want Devi Mata's help in her fierce form, then we need to surrender to her. And if we do, then this fierce nature that Devi Mata can display will also become our fierce nature when we require it. So a fierce nature and a frightening form and strength, these are essential if we want to control and destroy demons and enemies, both the demons and enemies in our own behavior, which are actually obstacles to our spiritual growth, and also the demons in the outside world. So, in conclusion, Devi Mata Vidya ke Devi hai. She is the Devi of knowledge. And if you want to get this knowledge, then hame prayas karna chahiye. We must make effort. And for all of us who are studying, we know that there must be no distractions in our studies, whether it is academic studies or spiritual studies, scriptural studies. So we must take away all the obstacles that prevent us from concentrating on our studies and focus completely on our studies with Devi Mata as the overarching focus for us. May we all become empowered and strong and brave to stand up to the difficulties and injustices that may come our way and to do all that is required to become successful on the path of Dharma. Jai Saraswati Namaha. We are now going to have Havan, and I take it that you are all ready for this.
Om Jai Shri Saraswati Namaha. So we're going to have Havan now, and can I ask you to please check that you have all your Havan requirements in readiness. Please ensure that the Havan Kund is safely placed so that everybody is safe. We're going to begin with invocation, Avahan. So one of you should take flour and rice in your hand. Om Tom Mukham Sarvadevanam Saptachiram Itadyute Agacha Bhagwan Agne Yagyesmin Sanidho Bhava Agne Vaishvanara Iha Gaksha Iha Tishtaha. Okay, so you may place that on one side of your Havan Kund. Now you're going to light your fire. Please ensure that you have enough wood set into the Havan Kund. You're going to light your camphor. Om Udbudya Swagne Pratijagrihitvam Ishtha Purte Sagwang Srije Thamayancha Asmin Sadaste Adyuttarasmin Vishvideva Yajmanascha Sidata. Sure, I'll give you a minute or so to ensure that the fire is properly lit. We're going to make offerings to Agni. So you're going to require perfume, sprinkle perfume around the Havan Kund, or you may place a chandan dot
on the Havan Kund itself. Om idam gandham agnaye namaha. Now sprinkle some flour around your Havan Kund. Om idam pushpam agnaye namaha. Take an agarbatti and put it into the Havan Kund, into the fire. Om tato dhupam agrapayami agnaye namaha. Place a camphor into the fire. Om pratyaksha deepam darshayami agnaye namaha. Rinse your hands. Offer some kind of prasad, whatever prasad you have, a piece of fruit, a mithai, or whatever it is you have, offer it in one corner of your Havan Kund. Om Naivedyam Nivedayami Agnaye Namaha. Now sprinkle water around the Havan Kund. Om Achmaniyam Agnaye Namaha. Acha, I take it that you have your Havan burning well. You now have 3 sticks that have been dipped in ghee. You're going to place one at a time in the fire when I say swaha. Swaha. Second one. Swaha. Swaha. Acha. Now you're going to offer ghee only. So offer with the following mantras. Om Prajapataye Swaha. Idam Prajapataye Namama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Namama. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Namaha. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Namama. Om Bhu Swaha. Idam Agnaye Namama. Om Bhu Swaha. Idam Vayave Namama. Om Swah Swaha. Idam Suryaya Namama. Sprinkle water around the Havan Kund. Om Sarva Papa Haram Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achvanam Maya Daktam Grihana Parameshwara. I trust that your fire is still burning well. Now we are going to make offerings of Havan Samagri into the fire. Om Tvanno Agni Varnasya Vidwan Devasya Hedo Avayasi Shishtaha Yajishto Vahani Tamaha Shoshuchano Vishwa Desha Gwangsi Pramugyasmat Swaha Idam Agni Varunabhyam Namama. Om Sa Tvanno Agne Vamo Bhavotine Dhishto Asya Ushaso Vyushto Avakshavano Varuna Gwangrarano Vihi Mridakha Gwangnayadhi Swaha Idam Agni Varunabhyam Namama. Om Ayaschagnesian Visrasti Pascha Satyam Mitva Maya Asyano Ayano Yagyam Bahasyayano Dehi Bheshaja Gwang Swaha Idam Agnaye Namama. Om Yete Shatam Varunaye Sahasram Yagyaha Pasha Vitata Mahantaha Te Bhirno Adhya Savitota Vishnur Vishwe Munchantu Marutaha Swarkah Swaha Idam Varanaya Savitre Vishnave Vishwebhyo Devebhyo Mardbhya Swarkebhyascha Namama. Om Ugduktamam Varuna Pashamam Smadavadamam Vimadyam Gwangchathaya Athavyam Aditya Vrate Tavan Agasodityesyam Swaha Idam Varanaya Aditya Adityaye Namama. Sprinkle water around the Havan Kund. Om Sarva Papa Haram Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanam Maya Daktam Grihana Parameshwara. Offer ghee only into the havan, into the fire. Om Suryaya Namah Swaha. Om Chandraya Namah Swaha. Om Bhaumaya Namah Swaha. Om Budhaya Namah Swaha. Om Brihaspataye Namah Swaha. Om Shukraya Namah Swaha. Om Shanistaraya Namah Swaha. Om Rahuve Namah Swaha. Om Ketuve Namah Swaha. Sprinkle water. Om Sarva Papa Haram Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanam Mayadaktam Grihana Parameshwara. Now you continue offering Havan Samagri. Om Ambe Ambike Ambalike Namanati Kaschana Sasasyashvaka Shubhadrikam Kampi Lavasinim Swaha Idam Ambikaye Namama. Om Gananantva Ganapati Gunghavamahe Priyanantva Priyapati Gunghavamahe Nidhinantva Nidhipati Gunghavamahe Vasumama Ahamajani Garbadamatvam Vajasi Garbadham Swaha Idam Ganapataye Namama. Om Brahmayakyanam Pratamam Puradadvisematah Surucho Vena Avaha Sabudanyapamaskya Vishtaha Satascha Yonima Satascha Vivah Swaha Idam Brahmane Namama. Om Vishnu Raratamasi Vishnu Shnaptristho Vishnu Syurasi Vishnur Dhruvasi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavetva Swaha Idam Vishnave Namama. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayubhavaya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha Swaha Idam Shivaya Namama. Om Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Vanarayuta Mukyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadhye Swaha. Om Vasudeva Sutandevam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum Swaha. Om Triyambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukam Eva Vandanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Namo Bhagwati Parmeshwari Vagvahini Mama Vidyadehi Bhagwati Hansvahini Samaruda Buddhi Dehi Pragya Dehi Vidya Dehi Parmeshwari Saraswati Swaha. Om Sarva Vignam Haram Devam Sarva Vignam Vivarjitam Sarva Siddha Pradataram Vandeham Gananayakam Swaha. I'm now going to recite the 108 names of Mother Saraswati, and for each name you will make offering of Havan Samagri into the Havan Kund. Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Om Saraswatye Namaha Swaha. Om Mahabhadraye Namaha Swaha. Om Mahamayaye Namaha Swaha. Om Varapradaye Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Pradaye Namaha Swaha. Om Padma Nilayaye Namaha Swaha. Om Padmakshye Namaha Swaha. Om Padma Vaktrakaye Namaha Swaha. Om Shivanujaye Namaha Swaha. Om Pustakabhrite Namaha Swaha. Om Jnana Mudraye Namaha Swaha. Om Ramaye Namaha Swaha. Om Paraye Namaha Swaha. Om Kamarupaye Namaha Swaha. Om Mahavidyaye Namaha Swaha. Om Mahapatakanashinye Namaha Swaha. Om Mahashrayaye Namaha Swaha. Om Malinye Namaha Swaha. Om Mahabhogaye Namaha Swaha. Om Mahabhujaye Namaha Swaha. Om Mahabhagaye Namaha Swaha. Om Mahotsahaye Namaha Swaha. Om Divyangaye Namaha Swaha. Om Suravanditaye Namaha Swaha. ॐ महाकाल्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ महापाशायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ महाकारायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ महाङ्कुशायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ पीतायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ विमलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ विश्वायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ विद्युन्मालायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ वैष्णव्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चन्द्रिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चन्द्रवदनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चन्द्रलेखा विभूषितायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सावित्रयै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सुरसायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ दिव्ये देव्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ दिव्यालङ्कारभूषितायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ वाग्देव्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ वासुधायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ तीव्रायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ महाभद्रायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ महाबलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ भोगदायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ भारत्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ भामायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ गोविन्दायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ गोमत्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ शिवायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ जटिलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ विन्ध्यवासायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ विन्ध्याचल विराजितायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चण्डिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ वैष्णव्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ ब्राह्म्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ ब्रह्मज्ञान एकसाधनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सौदामन्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सुधामूर्तये नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सुभद्रायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सुरपूजितायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सुवासिन्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सुनासायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ विनिद्रायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ पद्मलोचनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ विद्यारूपायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ विशालाक्ष्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ ब्रह्मजायायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ महाफलायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ त्रयीमूर्त्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ त्रिकालज्ञायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ त्रिगुणायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ शास्त्ररूपिण्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ शुभासुरप्रमिथिन्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ शुभदायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ स्वरात्मिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ रक्तबीज निहन्त्र्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चामुण्डायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ अम्बिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ मुण्डकाय प्रहारणायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ धूम्रलोचनमर्दनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सर्वदेवस्तुतायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सोम्यायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ सुरासुरनमस्कृतायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ कालरात्र्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ कलाधारायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ रूप सौभाग्यदायिन्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ वाग्देव्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ वरारोहायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ वाराह्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ वारिजासनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चित्राम्बरायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चित्रगन्धायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चित्रमाल्यविभूषितायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ कान्तायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ कामप्रदायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ वन्द्यायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ विद्याधर सुरपूजितायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्वेताननायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ नीलभुजायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चतुर्वर्गफलप्रदायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ चतुरानन साम्राज्यै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ रक्तमध्यायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ निरञ्जनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ हंसासनायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ नीलजङ्घायै नमः स्वाहा। ॐ ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिवात्मकायै नमः स्वाहा। इति श्री सरस्वत अष्टोत्तर शतनामावलिः सम्पूर्णः। Now you must get ready to do Purnahuti, the final oblation. So you will take some remaining Havan Samagri. You will place it on 2 puris. And then on top of that puri, you will place a betel leaf, betel nut, and a coconut or fruit if you have one. If you don't have any of these ingredients, then take Havan Samagri in your hand and you will do a final oblation with it. So those who have the ingredients will use 2 puris with Havan Samagri on it, pan, supari on top, a coconut or a fruit. If you don't have a coconut or a fruit, the pan supari suffices. If you don't have any of these, then just take some Havan Samagri in your hand to pour in or to offer as a final oblation. Om Purna Darvi Parapata Supurna Punarapata Vasanneva Vikrinavaha Ishamurjagwang Shatkrato Swaha. Now, any remaining ghee that is left over, you may pour this into the Havan Kund. Om Vasoha Pavitramasi Shatadharam Vasoha Pavitramasi Sahasradaram Devastva Savita Punatu Vasoha Pavitrena Shatadharena Supavaha Kamadhukshaha Swaha. Any remaining Havan Samagri that is left, you will offer all that in one go into the Havan Kund. Om Agnaye Swishtikrite Swaha. Now gather the kus that you have placed around your Havan Kund. Dip it into any remaining ghee that might be left in the container. And then offer it after I've read this mantra. Om Deva Gatu Vito Gatum Itva Gatum Ita Manasaspattad Imam Deva Yagyagwang Swaha Vate Dhaha Swaha. Sprinkle water around the Havan Kund. Om Sarva Papa Haram Divyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achammayatam Maya Daktam Grihana Parameshwara. So we'll give you a few minutes. You may want to remove the Havan Kund to a safer spot. If you were doing it indoors, please take care of children if they are around the Havan Kund. Thereafter, we're going to proceed with Arti and Visarjan. So please get ready for that also.
करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनोहरि सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते। Do Archman sprinkle water on the Aarti 3 times. Om yani kani cha papani janmantara kritani cha tani tani vinashyanti pradakshina pade pade. Om sarvesham swastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu sarvesham mangalam bhavatu sarve bhavantu sukhina sarve santu niramaya सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम पूर्णमिदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम अपराधः सहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयम् इति मामत्वा क्षमस्व परमेश्वर। आवाहनं न जानामि विसर्जनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षमस्व परमेश्वर। अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष त्वं परमेश्वर। एक बार बोलो गणेश भगवान गौरी माता की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, लक्ष्मण जी की जय, महावीर स्वामी बजरंग बली की जय, राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय। सरस्वती माता, लक्ष्मी माता, काली माता, दुर्गा माता, तुलसी माता, गंगा मैया, सरयू मैया की जय। ओ नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव हर। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। जय